College is not where you should go to learn. A better place is the library. Not only is the library free, minus the potential for late fees, but you can learn more in a shorter period of time. Yes, more complicated subjects such as engineering or medicine may be best taught within the college setting, but for most subjects, being a voracious reader of the full spectrum of its literature is really the most important thing somebody can do for their education. During most college classes, you are required to get one textbook, just one. Textbooks are good as a reference, but they are really not good for getting into the detail or nuance of any subject. They often focus on the bolded and italicized keywords and can read like a long form dictionary with generic and rudimentary examples. This single book is sampled over the course of the semester, which is approximately 4 months. Considering how people can read one book per day if they put their mind to it, does it really make sense? Does it really seem like it's proper as far as your use of time to spend 4 months doing such? College is branded as being the ideal setting for learning. You are said to be set up with the subject matter experts who are the best and brightest minds, and they will curate the optimal reading list and lessons as they orate from their exemplary stature that developed out of their distinguished experience. From my time in college, I found that in nearly every case that this was not true. I mean, just look through the MBA school faculty profiles to see. Most professors are largely academics who have a PhD, which is a research degree, and they have really very limited experience doing actual business. Most of the class was done through a PowerPoint presentation that skimmed over complex topics because there's just not enough time in the semester to cover it, and doesn't really stem from their experience. I never learned much from these lectures. I tended to have a difficult time holding my concentration and absorb little to no information. When I learned, it was really from the reading and practice of its concepts, primarily through writing. This can all be done from the library without the guidance of a college system. You can just really do it from on your own. If you have been to college, just think of all the times you spent in class where you did not leave with one piece of knowledge that you did not enter having. Maybe it was because you're halfway into a catatonic state. Considering how each class you attend can really cost you $100 per class, does this seem like a good investment to you? If instead of attending class, you spent that same amount of time reading, would you more than likely end that time period smarter than when you started? People often advertise college as being a good place to network. This may be true if you are studying at Harvard's law school, where you have a fairly decent chance of being linked up to a job, a high-level job, such as being a U.S. Supreme Court clerk. But for your average student at your average university, networking opportunities to advance your career will really not be nearly as satiating. There are plenty of networking opportunities outside of college that you can take advantage of, such as professional organizations, that will generate the same results. Reading will not present you with a degree like colleges do that you can just really stamp on your resume to shop around from employer to employer as you seek a job. Reading provides you with knowledge to act on, which can be more powerful than a degree. If you have a more voluminous repository of knowledge than a college graduate, you have more potential, as long as you're able and willing to take initiative to put your knowledge into practice. Elon Musk did not create a rocket company due to his years preparing for his PhD dissertation. Paul Stamets did not become a principal leader in the field of mycology because of his post-bachelor pedigree. Both of these people received a bachelor's degree, but they did not earn any higher degrees that are usually required for people within their positions. They are just two people who followed their interests, followed their dreams with some sort of stick-to-itiveness. As it is often cited, a majority of the most successful people become so successful because of their hard work and determination, not due to the letters that follow their last name. Most people who are motivated to get high-level degrees, such as masters and PhDs, are probably those who would further their education with or without college. It is the motivation within each individual that galvanizes them to learn. This motivation may be sparked more easily in college, but it is either there or it's just not there. College is not the only place where somebody can efficiently learn. College is only 4 or so years depending on the degree track. In order to be a lifelong learner, one must put in their due diligence outside of the classroom and open up some books. Lifelong learning does not mean that people must venture back into the college classroom every single time they wish to learn. It kind of seems silly to imagine a middle-aged person going to college because they cannot see any other way for them to continue their education. Why should it be any different for the younger demographics? Now, in conclusion, in full disclosure, I myself have a master's degree. I enjoy the academic atmosphere and exposure to people who have a similar drive and interest. Although if it was not looked so highly upon within the industry that I work in for high-level positions, I would not have spent the time obtaining my degree just for educational pursuits, educational purposes, since it's just far too expensive and time-consuming. I went to a highly ranked program, and I believe that I really could have consumed and retained as much information as if I were not to go in there. And I really could have spent those 2 years spent in a sea of books learning and retaining that same amount of information. I mean, even outside of books, the real way to learn is to just practice something. Just get a job and just do it. Just go out there and do something. You cannot rely on some educational system or some other person who apparently knows what they're talking about. You cannot rely on that or those people to really push you forward. You have to take it upon yourself and do it yourself. All right, well, now with that, thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe and like and comment and pass this video around to everybody who you believe would find interest or really take some sort of motivation or what have you out of this video. Again, thank you once again.